Well, good morning. Welcome to Mason Field and welcome into day number 2 of Northeastern Plainswomen softball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network as the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen welcome in the Otero Rattlers. Game 3 and 4 of a weekend set that was supposed to happen this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, but weather forcing us to play yesterday and today. Our pregame show is brought to you by Northeastern Junior College. From Plains to Possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the educational path for you. Stop by njc.edu and get your education off on the right foot for next school year. Plainswomen won 11-0 and 16-6 yesterday. Wins number 7 and 8 in a row to move into second place in the Region 9 softball standings, 10 and 4 on the overall mark, 21 and 13 on the year. Still a good bit back of the McCook Community College Indians. NJC trails them by 6 games. They look like the most likely position to be hosting the Region 9 tournament this year, but NJC has an opportunity to finish anywhere from 2nd to 6th inside the region. The top 6 have definitely created a gap between themselves and the rest of the pack. 3-game lead on Trinidad State, who currently sits in 6th, and WNCC in 7th. Otero at 1 and 13. Definitely needs to find some wins as we move forward. We saw NJC come up with a good amount of hits yesterday, and they did it in both ways. NJC hit big balls with a lot of home runs and extra base hits in certain situations, and then just played small ball and got the extra base knocks and did some of those works there as well. That diversity is the key to the contest for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Being able to do things in a wide range of ways is the key. Brought to you by Carpet Comfort Center, largest selection of flooring in Northeast Colorado. The flooring you need, the professional installation you deserve. Stop by in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling. For NJC, they have to come out and take what is given to them, and knowing what you've got coming. Luna, who is sitting in 3rd, Southeast, who is sitting in 4th, Lamar, who is sitting in 5th, Trinidad, who is sitting in 6th. In your final games of the season, you're going to be tested in a variety of ways. So I think the biggest key today, you know what this team has. You've seen the pitchers that Otero is going to throw. You've seen the hitters that they're going to hit for the most part. There's one new face in the lineup today. But outside of that, you've seen these individuals and you know what they have. So now you need to understand that you're going to see different pitches. You're going to see different approaches at the plate, and you've got to find a way as a pitcher and as a hitter to be able to adapt to Game 2. Game 2 of the series is always, or day 2 of the series, Games 3 and 4 are always much harder in these. I mean, just case in point, look at the last weekend against North Platte. NJC, just ran away from them on day number 1, and then the final game of the series, they only won by 1 run. So, and this is a North Platte team that, much like Otero, 1 and 15 in conference play. So you've already had the experience. Just because you won 2 yesterday relatively easily doesn't mean you're going to be able to take both here today. And it's important to get both here today for NJC because you want to go into this weekend against Luna, your final series at home this season, Saturday at noon, Sunday at 11. We'll be here on 94.5 The Ranch for coverage on that. You want to go in with the 1-game lead on Luna. If you don't get both of these, you're tied with Luna for 2nd inside the Region 9 standings. So if you've got that 1-game lead, then a 3-1 win against Luna this weekend, if you can take 3 of 4, all of a sudden pushes your hold on 2nd place, which I believe, I haven't looked at the bracket, but I think it is an opening round bye in the Region 9 tournament. That bye then would be very big, but you do have to go on the road to Southeast, on the road to Lamar, on the road to Trinidad for your final 12 of the season. And NJC is also trying to become the 3rd team on the campus here in Sterling, Colorado this year to put together a 10-game winning streak. Baseball had theirs come to a close last Saturday after they won 10 in a row to open up Region 9 play. Volleyball, the other team on campus that has come and run off a 10 or more game winning streak. So softball looking to be the 3rd one to do just that during this 2025-26 school year. We set to get meeting the starting lineups, which are brought to you by Stubbs. Hop off at exit 66A when you're traveling I-76 and find a gem of a place. Stubbs in Wiggins. Stop by and get everything you need here at Mason Field. A cool Tuesday morning, almost afternoon. We're at 45 degrees, but supposed to get up into the 60s, wind out of the south at 10 miles an hour. So that could play a little bit of a factor here today, as well as the meeting at home plate is all done, and we're set to meet the starters here at Mason Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mason Field for today's Region 9 contest with the Otero College Rattlers and your Northeastern Plains women. To meet our starting lineups, first for the Rattlers, number 11 playing shortstop, Cameron Mickelson. Number 20 playing second base, Sienna Estrada. Number 1, the designated player, Callie Folks. Number 27 playing first base, Emily Gallegos. Number 13 playing third base, Dominique Abeda. Number 17 doing the pitching today, Eleanor Morris. Number 25 playing right field, Danica Shaver. Number 2 playing center field, Destiny Moore. Number 7 playing left field, Ava Fildung. And number 8 doing the catching today, Isabel Rosario. The Rattlers are coached by Mark Benjamin and Ashley Johnson. Now let's meet your starting lineup for your Northeastern Plains women. Number 15, playing shortstop, Brody Wilcoxon. Number 1, doing the pitching today, Marissa Reyes. Number 2, playing center field, Mikey Loomis. Number 3, playing left field, Kelsey Jurcheski. Number 12, doing the catching today, America Griffith. Number 8, playing third base, Tatiana Hunt. Number 9, playing second base, Addison Steele. Number 13, playing first base, Ryan Mergelman. Number 21, the designated player, Raina Roberts. And number 5, playing right field, Hallie Waldred. Plains are coached by Shane Gertner and Jenny Smock.
Back at Mason Field, we head toward first pitch on this Tuesday afternoon as the Northeastern Plainswomen take on the Otero Rattlers. I'm Ben Blecka, and our first pitch brought to you by Better Electric, covering all your electrical work, residential, commercial, agricultural. Better does matter. 970-521-1030. Marissa Reyes in the circle for game number 1 today. 9-8 on the overall record this year. She's struck out 43 and walked 30 across 54 and 2/3 innings of work. She has given up 66 hits and 38 earned runs. America Griffin behind the dish. It's the same starting lineup as game number 1 yesterday for NJC. Reyes went 4 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts yesterday in the circle. And shortstop Cameron Mickelson will lead things off for the Otero Rattlers. Mickelson went 1 for 5 yesterday.
Cameron Mickelson
struck out 1 time. Her 1 hit, an infield single. Plainsmen in their home whites, Vegas gold letters and numbers, black pants. Rattlers in their navies, the sleeveless with the white undershirts and the white letters and numbers. Reyes, after missing on ball 1, gets Mickelson to lift off the 1-0, and the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Reyes also very good at the plate yesterday for NJC. One of, I would say, probably 3 players that are in line to potentially be named our Eastern Plains Sports Network Player of the Weekend. 2 balls, 1 strike. Off the plate, 3 balls, 1 strike. Reyes, Wilcox, and Jercheski all very good at the plate and in the field yesterday. Pitch will be delivered and hammered off foul by Mickelson, and the count goes full to the leadoff batter in the top of inning number 1. Reyes. She winds and fires. Mickelson hammers it off foul and will do it again. She did this yesterday in both games. She saw more pitches than any other Otero Rattler yesterday. Part of the reason why I would presume she remains in the top of that lineup. She played left field in game 2 yesterday as the 3-2s again tomahawked off foul. Ava Flotting, who came in on the injury for the injured right fielder yesterday, is in left field to start this one today. Reyes, 3-2, pitch popped up, out to right field. Waldron over. The wind is blowing that direction, and she'll make the catch for out number 1. Not that the wind is going to be a major factor today, but it is coming out of the south, which is out toward right field.
Batting for the Rattlers, number 20, Sienna Estrada.
And Sienna Estrada will step to the plate. Estrada yesterday, 1 for 5, drove in a pair with an RBI double. She pops off foul, the first one she sees for strike number 1. Reyes carries the bulk of the pitching load in game 1 of most twin bills for NJC as the 0-1 pitch is in tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. Brooke McNeil typically gets the game 2 start. Rattlers flip-flopped their starter from game 1. They went with the reliever from game 1 yesterday to start game 3 here today. Estrada watches the 1-1 pitch by. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away, top 1. Pitch in on the feet, 3-1. Reyes definitely having trouble replicating the mechanics of her delivery from the effectiveness that she had yesterday. She only needed 52 pitches to throw 4 innings. Gets a swing and a miss on the 3-1 on the inside corner, and the count goes full. Having already induced a fly out to right, she'll get a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Estrada thought ball 4. Instead, backwards K, 2 away.
Batting for the Rattlers,
that goes to
1,
designated hitter
Folks.
Callie Folks, or designated player Callie Folks, who went 0 for 4 yesterday. Did reach on a walk and scored a run. Top 1, 2 away. Reyes already having used 7 pitches per batter. 8 on the first, 6 on the second. She starts off a strike 1 to Folks this time at the knees on the outer third. 0-1. Reyes winds, fires, late swing and a miss for Folks. 0-2. Reyes Pearson pitches, bouncer back to the circle. She picks it up, flings it to first, and gets out of the inning. 1-2-3 on the 1-3. Scoreless, middle of one. Plainsman softball at Mason Field on a Tuesday on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back to Mason Field, bottom of inning number one. NJC and Otero scoreless in Game 3 of the weekend series. Our bottom of the first brought to you by Sterling Health Food. Still open, still in the business of your best health. And they'll bend over backwards to get you healthy. Stop by south of Sterling on Highway 6. She pitched in relief yesterday. Eleanor Morris making her 17th appearance of the year. 32 1/3 innings of work coming into this weekend. She went 2 innings yesterday, 4 earned runs across 13 batters faced, 1 walk, 6 hits in the first game yesterday. She'll tangle with the top of the NJC order in Brody Wilcoxon. Marissa Reyes and Mikey Lamas, the other two guaranteed up in inning number 1. As Morris will deliver the first pitch, and it's a quick hop over to short, knocked down, but throw high of the bag at first, and to second will go Wilcoxon. So Wilcoxon will reach on what has to go down as an E6, at least in my book. And she stands in scoring position for Marissa Reyes. Reyes 6 for 7 with a homer and 3 runs batted in yesterday. Plainswoman will see her slap off foul, the first one she sees. Wilcoxon now drops back to 5 of 7 on that reach on error. But she scored 5 runs yesterday, including the final run of the 16-6 Game 2 on the Grand Slam. She drove in 7, so finding her way on is the important one as Morris on the 0-1 to Reyes, and Reyes will watch it by high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mikey Lamas, a very good season, not a good day yesterday from the batting average standpoint. Stands on deck. Ball hopped in and bounces off the catcher. The pass ball will allow Wilcoxon to move to third. Nobody out. And the first run of the game standing just 60 feet away. Two balls, 1 strike. Morris with the pitch on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reyes with yesterday's performance now has 29 runs batted in on the year. Good for third on the team. She'll bounce one over to second. It is picked up and legged down on an infield single for the RBI. Brody Wilcoxon comes home. Good speed deep behind the bag at second, an RBI infield single, and NJC leads 1-0. First run of the game brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at SydneyRMC.com. Mikey Lamas 2 for 8 with 3 runs batted in yesterday. Takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1, and swiping second for NJC was Reyes. So she now stands in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of inning number 1. And the little blipper foul, first base side from Lamas, takes it to 0-2. Lamas, not particularly loud contact yesterday in her 2 hits. Has the ability for the long ball, has 4 of them this year, and has driven in 27. 0-2 pitch up the ladder for ball 1. Much like yesterday for NJC, early aggressiveness in both games at the plate. 1-2, rise ball, way away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to be important to maintain the right aggressiveness as NJC progresses through this season. 2-2. Pitch delivered, ground ball over to short, knocked down by Mickelson, and the throw to first cannot be squeezed by Gallegos. It was there in time, so an E3 this time, having to hold up. At second was Reyes, so she just goes to third, and then Lamas is able to move to second on the air, and Kelsey Jurcheski will come to the plate. 4 for 8, a homer, 3 batted in yesterday, and she grounds a ball over to third that's knocked down. The throw to first is not in time. Home comes Reyes on what has to be ruled as a sacrifice with an error there. So she gets the RBI. And runners stand on the corners, and now a 2-0 ball game to America Griffin, the catcher. She shows bunt, pulls back, and taking second is Jurcheski. So first pitch was out of the zone to Griffin for ball 1. Griffin 2 for 6 with 2 runs scored yesterday. Second on the team in runs batted in to Jurcheski, who now has 38, as Griffin fouls off the 1-0 with 2 in scoring position in the bottom of inning number 1. Eleanor Morris, only 14 pitches in. Winds and fires. Griffin pops it up. Right side of the infield, and Estrada can't find it. Looking up into the sun, and it drops directly next to her. Home on the play comes Lamas on what has to go down as a single because it was never touched, even though she lost it in the sun. Now 3-0 on the Griffin RBI to Tatiana Hunt.
Number 8, Tatiana Hunt.
Hunt yesterday went 2 for 4 and scored 4 runs for the Plainswomen. She shows bunt still with nobody out. Takes the first pitch for a strike, throw down to second, out into center field, will allow Jurcheski to come home. So 0-1 to Hunt. Griffin swipes second. Jurcheski comes home on an error. And JC now leads 4-0. Morris, the 0-1. In on the feet of Hunt, 1 ball and 1 strike. So America Griffin just picked up a stolen base, her 3rd of the year. She had 1 yesterday as well. Fastball off the plate on the 1-1, 2 balls and 1 strike. I don't know much about America Griffin's softball history, but she's definitely not known for her stolen bases. 2-1. Pitch delivered, watched by down the edge of the plate for Tatiana Hunt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Already 4 across in the bottom of inning number 1. Morris winds and fires over to second. Ball snared by Estrada. The toss to first in time for the first out of the inning. The 4-3 putout will allow Griffin to move to third. So all 5 at-bats, quality at-bats for NJC, putting the ball in play, finding a way on base or to do something positive, and Addison Steele will step in.
At-bat number 9, Addison Steele.
Steele had a good day yesterday, 3 for 5, 3 runs batted in. She takes the first pitch up under the elbows for ball number 1. walked and hit by a pitch, scored a pair of runs in the first game yesterday, turned a pair of double plays. 1-0, pitch hammered under the glove at first of Gallegos, and Steele adds another run batted into her tally as she drills one into right field. Griffin comes home 5-0 NJC. And now 8-hole hitter Ryan Mergelman will come to the plate. She only played in game number 1 yesterday. Mergelman went 0 for 2 and scored a run.
Ryan Mergelman.
Just 10 for 36 this season for the Plainswomen. She will hammer back foul the first one she sees for strike 1. Mergelman, Burt, Roberts, Kernet, kind of the 4 that platoon in the 8-9 holes for NJC. Between the designated player and first base. 0-1 pitch. Mergelman drills it over to third. They'll go to second to try and get the force, and can't get the throw there in time. Steele slides in ahead of the throw, so it's a fielder's choice. 5-4 on the attempt on the out. And 2 stand in scoring position to Raina Roberts. Roberts, 11 runs batted in on the season. 9th batter to the plate in this first inning. She bounces one deep to second. They'll go to second for 1, not turned to first. So Mergelman forced out for the second out of the inning. On the second consecutive fielder's choice, 4-6 on the putout at second. Runners stand on the corners, 2 away, and back to the top of the order, Brody Wilcoxon. Who's now 5 for 7 with 6 runs scored and 7 runs batted in on the weekend. She will hammer one over to short. They'll go to second for the force, and that's that. NJC plates 5, though, on 3 hits, 4 errors, and leaves 2. We head to the second. Plainswomen lead Otero on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back to Mason Field we come as we head to inning number 2. NJC 5, Otero nothing. Our second inning is brought to you by Coons Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute. Solve our irrigation well and watering problems. 970-522-2035. Marissa Reyes will tangle with the middle of the Otero order. Emily Gallegos, Dominica Beta, Eleanor Morris. The first pitch is a single out to right field in the top of inning number 2. So leadoff knock for Emily Gallegos, who had 4 hits yesterday. Gallegos went 4 for 6, or 3 hits yesterday, now 4 for 6 with that leadoff single.
At bat, number 13.
That brings up Dominica Beta. Beta 0 for 4 across the doubleheader yesterday. Couple pop-ups to short, one behind the plate. Reached on an error. Swings and misses on the first one she sees, 0-1. Reyes winds and fires. Again gets a swing and a miss from Beta, 0-2. NJC putting the ball in play in the bottom of the first inning, and again having the early advantage here against Otero. Pitch will be grounded back to Reyes in the circle. Her only play is to first, and she'll toss it there in time to get a Beta on the 1-3 putout for out number 1 into scoring position. goes Gallegos.
At bat number 17, Eleanor Morris.
And the pitcher, Eleanor Morris, will step in. Morris had one of the 2 hits in game number 1 yesterday against Reyes in her only at bat. In tight goes the second one, 2 balls and no strikes. In fact, the pitchers had the 2 hits yesterday in game number 1 for the Otero Rattlers in spite of collectively having 5 at-bats prior to yesterday's game. Morris watches the 3-0 pitch by. So Morris is now 2 for 3 at the plate this season. 3 balls, no strikes. Up and away, ball 4, and she draws a walk. It's the first walk she's drawn this season in the limited plate appearances.
At bat for the Rattlers, number 25, Danica Shaver.
This comes to Danica Shaver. She is the freshman playing right field today. We did not see her yesterday. She has not had an official at-bat this season, I don't believe. Well, that's extended hitting. Bouncer first base side. It will drop in fair as Mergelman charged in on it. Shaver 4 for 23 prior to that, and now has loaded the bases up on an infield single.
At bat for the Rattlers, number 2, Destiny Moore.
With 1 away, and we go to Destiny Moore, the center fielder. Moore, top of the order hitter yesterday. 8-hole today, went 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, and watches the first pitch by low. 1 ball, no strikes. Gallegos, the first baseman, at third. Morris, the pitcher, at second. Shaver, the right fielder, at first. 1-0 pitch from Reyes misses. 2 balls and no strikes. She'll rip one across the zone to pick up the first strike in the count. Slapper over to third. They'll come home for 1, not turn it around. So Hunt to Griffin gets the force out at home on the fielder's choice for the second out in the inning.
Up for the Rattlers, number 7, Ava Fladung.
Bases remain loaded to Ava Fladung, the left fielder today, who hit her first home run of the season yesterday. Went 2 for 3 after coming in replacement. She takes a home run swing and gets strike 1 contact with the bases loaded. Reyes trying to dance out of danger after putting herself in trouble in this inning. 1-0 pitch low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Leadoff single, ground out, and then a walk kind of helped it snowball. 1-1 pitch across. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Reyes. She winds and fires between the wickets of Griffin to the backstop. Griffin tosses it home, and the ball cannot be squeezed by Reyes, so Morris comes in on the passed ball. Everybody else moves up to make this now a 5-1 NJC lead. 2 outs. 2 away, top 2. Shaver moving down to third. Morris froze when the ball got between the legs of Griffin, but Griffin couldn't find it, and that's when she took off for home. Pitch will be popped to the backstop foul, and the count remains 2-2. Marissa Reyes has had to work so far in this game. Reyes, already 35, now 36 pitches in as it's powered foul over the Plainsman dugout. To stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. 51 pitches across 4 innings yesterday. She's 15 pitches away from equaling that. Ground bar fly ball, third base side. and down. So Flooding stays alive with 2 outs in the top of inning number 2. Reyes winds and fires, swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout to end the inning. Not before a run crosses, though. 5-1 NJC leads Otero, middle of 2 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. NJC leads 5-1 as we welcome you back to Mason Field, bottom of inning number 2, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance and agent Melinda Hutt. For all your life, home, auto, farm, and ranch insurance, 970-526-0202. Marissa Reyes will lead things off in inning number 2 for NJC. Reyes, Lamas, Jercheski. Reyes takes the first pitch for a strike from Eleanor Morris. She singled last inning, did Marissa, came around and scored. She will drill one out to right field. Long run over the head of Shaver. Reyes heading to second. Hard rounding and then getting the stop sign on a leadoff double in this second inning. That brings up Mikey Lamas for NJC. Lamas reached on an error. Came around and scored last inning.
At bat number 2, Michaela Lamas.
And Lamas has a runner in scoring position. Watches the first pitch off the plate for ball number 1. Like I made the comment earlier, your numbers may not be as attractive for Lamas this year, but she's still getting the job done. She lines one back up the middle, knocked down by Morris. The throw to first is in time. It's a quality at bat on the 1-3 put up, though, to move the runner up with nobody out. And Kelsey Jercheski will have a crack on the sacrifice bunt, if you will, with the air. A swinging single. She gets the run batted in her first at bat, and foul tips the first one she sees for strike number 1. So that gives Jercheski 4 for 8, a homer, 4 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored on the series. Morris, 0-1, Jercheski fouls it straight down. No balls and 2 strikes. Plainsmen winners of 8 in a row. Looking to have sole possession of second in the Region 9 softball standings if they can win both today. 0-2 pitch off the plate for ball 1. And no doubt the biggest series of the weekend will be right here at Mason Field this Saturday and Sunday, as Luna is in town. 1-2 pitch, ball smoked foul, third base side, and we'll do it again. That one always excites me when we get to have the opportunity to cover the biggest series in the region. NJC Southeast Baseball, NJC McCook Baseball the last 2 weekends. We've had the privilege of covering those, and now get NJC and Luna Softball. 1-2 pitch off the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morris already 35 pitches in. Winds and fires. Jercheski powers it off foul and will do it again. Jercheski, one of the multitude of sophomores, will be celebrating this weekend as well, I believe, following Sunday's contest. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jercheski rips it back foul. Good group of sophomores that came back off of last year's team. Finished strong, but didn't get the push they needed to be in the amended Region 9 field. Out to 6 this year with 9 teams in Region 9, so a few more opportunities. 2-2 once again. Pitch delivered. Jercheski again foul down the first base side. Set to see the 9th pitch of the at-bat. She's fouled off 4 2-strike pitches to stay alive. With 1 out in the bottom of inning number 2, and NJC holding a 5-1 advantage. Morris delivers the pitch. Jercheski grounder to third. Throw across the diamond is in time. They come home, but not in time to get Reyes. RBI ground out. We'll put NJC up 6-1 on the 5-3 putout. So get the RBI for a second time in the ball game for Jercheski to America Griffin.
Number 12, America Griffin.
Who popped it up to second, but Estrada couldn't find it in the sun, and it dropped for a single. She takes the first pitch off for ball number 1. Griffin drove in a run with that and scored a run last inning as well. Stole a base, too. Morris, 1-0. Griffin rips it foul, third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. The run batted in was Griffin's first of the weekend. Morris delivers the 1-1. Griffin watches it by below the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike. NJC's only been held off the board in 1 half inning this series. 2-1. Griffin watches it pour high. 3 balls, 1 strike. They've had traffic in every inning of this series against Otero. 3-1. Pitch hammered by Griffin out to right field. Shaver over. She'll make the catch to end the inning, but not before NJC plates a run. They lead 6-1 to the 3rd on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to inning number 3 back at Mason Field. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen lead the Otero College Rattlers 6-1. I'm Ben Blecka. Third brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Equitable-savings.com for more. Cameron Mickelson will lead things off for the Otero Rattlers against the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen. Mickelson, the leadoff batter, flew out to right her first time up, takes the first pitch for strike number 1. Plainswomen hold the 6-1 advantage, 6 runs on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left aboard. A run on 2 hits, 4 errors, and 2 left on for the Otero Rattlers. Reyes. 40 pitches. In. 1, 2, off the plate. 2-2. She hops one in, and the count goes full to Mickelson. Leadoff batter in the top of the third. Wind and fire, hop in, ball 4, and Mickelson will draw the walk. Second walk of the game for Reyes. She has 2 strikeouts as well and 2 hits allowed.
Back for Rattlers, number 20, Sienna Estrada.
Sienna Estrada will now step in. Estrada, one of the 2 strikeouts. First pitch, she fouls off of herself in the box for strike number 1. I'd like to invite you to make sure you're following along with the Eastern Plains Sports Network on Spotify. We have our podcasting channel where each and every Wednesday we have Inside Northeastern, our All About NJC podcast. Today just dropped a brand new Blacketology on the high school track and field scene. Ground ball to short, picked up by Wilcoxon, tags the bag at second, over to first in time. 6-3 on the double play.
Back for the Rattlers,
And
number 1.
2 away, wiping clean the leadoff walk. Callie Folks will step in, and the designated player grounded out to the pitcher to end inning number 1. We also, on our Eastern Plains Sports Network Spotify channel, have a game archive channel where all of our past games are put up there. I don't have yesterday's games up there yet, but you can listen to them probably tomorrow. I'll get to that. 0-1 pitch low, 1 ball and 1 strike. When they change weekend series, the early part of my week is typically spent in my little fishbowl studio doing all the production work and podcasting and editing and all of that. But I haven't been in that studio much yet this week because I've been here. 2-1. Folks swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, top 3. Reyes winds and fires. Ground ball finds its way out to right field, so a 2-out single will prevent the minimum from being faced in the top of the 3rd inning and allow Emily Gallegos, the
Back for the Rattlers, number 27, Emily Gallegos.
First baseman who singled to kick off last inning to hit here in the 3rd. Pitch on the outside corner for strike number 1 from Reyes. That pitch right there is more pitches than Reyes threw the entire day yesterday. Off the plate on the 0-1, and the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul ball off the mask of Griffin on the 1-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The home plate umpire will dust off home plate, and the rest of the infield will go in and have a conversation with Marissa Reyes to give America Griffin an opportunity to make sure she's okay. That's why you wear the mask. Doesn't mean it still doesn't smart when you wear one square off the face. 1-2, 2 away. Pitch fouled to the backstop, so we'll do it again. Reyes spins one away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Plainswomen lead 6-1. Trying to strand a 3rd Rattler on the base pass. Looks like they will. Ground ball to second. Steele up, underhands it to first. 4-3 on the putout to end the top of the third inning. We head to the Plainsman half. 6-1 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Bottom of inning number 3 we go. Brought to you by Culligan Water Softeners and Drinking Water Systems. Available for rent. 970-427-8080. NJC 6, Otero 1, Tatiana Hunt, Addison Steele, Ryan Mergelman. Due up in the bottom of inning number 3. Eleanor Morris will throw for the Otero Rattlers for a third inning. 44 pitches through the first 2. Hops the first one into Hunt for ball 1. Hunt grounded out to second in inning number 1, where the Plainsmen batted around. 1-0. Morris inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Umpire chastising someone for questioning his strike zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike on the outer edge, 1-2. Morris winds and fires in on the feet of Hunt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hunt awaits from Morris. Pitch delivered. She bounces one over to second. It's scooped up. The throw to first. Not in time. Legged it out. Got that extra high hop on the second bounce, and Sienna Estrada couldn't do anything with what ends up being an infield single, and the leadoff runner is on for NJC. To Addison Steele, who had a single to drive in a run in her first at-bat in this one. Steele now 4 for 6 with 4 batted in on the series. Waves at the first one she sees for strike number 1. Hunt. Sprinting lead at first off the delivery, and Addison Steele wears that one off the foot. She'll shake it out, wishing she was wearing steel-toed boots. It'd probably still hurt squaring one up off your own foot, even in work boots. Be harder to run in work boots, too. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom of the third. Morris delivers the pitch inside, and it gets past Rosario, and Hunt will head to second on the passed ball. So 2 away, or 2 strikes, 1 ball. Not 2 away, nobody away. Bottom 3, and a runner in scoring position. Morris with the pitch. Steele hammers it foul. Count remains 2-2. Already in the game, NJC's had a bevy of opportunities with runners in scoring position. This is the 10th at-bat with runners in scoring position. Steele awaits. Morris spins one off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just drive something somewhere. Probably Chance Playton Hunt. She hammers it to the backstop. Foul. 2-2. Plainsman had 14 hits in Game 2 yesterday. Already 5 here in Game 3 today. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Steal down on strikes for out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That brings up Ryan Mergelman, who reached on one of 3 consecutive fielder's choices that ultimately ended inning number 1.
Ryan Mergelman.
Mergelman, the runner in scoring position. She will foul off herself in the box. The first one she sees for strike 1. Big 5-run first inning. Just one last. So if you're in JC, that consistency, now that, okay, Morris knows what we're trying to do, changing up her approach. 0-1. Mergelman again off herself in the box. Foul. 0-2. We've got to find an opportunity now to put something somewhere and find Hunt to third. Morris, the 0-2. Mergelman pops it up. That's not something, it is something somewhere technically, but didn't advance Hunt as Mickelson camps underneath the pop-up and makes the catch for out number 2 in the bottom of inning number 3. That will bring up Raina Roberts, who reached on a fielder's choice and was put out on a fielder's choice in inning number 1. She hammers back the first one she sees. Foul for strike 1. This is kind of the same thing that plagued NJC in the North Platte series prior to this one. They got up early in Game 3, and then Game 4, it took them a bit to get their offense going after quelling toward the end of Game 3. Roberts pops one up. They'll be held off the board in this third will the Plainsmen. For just the second time in the series, NJC puts up a bagel. They lead 6-1, though, as we head to the 4th inning. You're listening to Plainsmen Softball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back for inning number 4, Mason Field, NJC 6, Otero 1. 4th inning brought to you by Rudy's Tires. Several locations all across the area. There'll always be one near you, and if you can't get to them, they'll come to you on the farm. Rudy's Tires presenting Eastern Plains Sports today, weekdays at 3 p.m. on 1010 KSIR. Dominica Beta, Eleanor Morris, Danica Shaver due up in this 4th inning. First pitch from Marissa Reyes is off the plate for ball number 1. She went 4 yesterday of one-hit baseball and got the win. She gets a swing and a miss from a Beta. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 7 innings of pitching so far. 4 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. 1 run earned across against her. She puts the 1-1 onto the outer edge of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reyes, 1-2, little bouncer foul, first base side. And Abeda will stay alive. Abeda 0 for 5 on the series now. One and two. Reyes winds. Ball popped up out to right field. Long run for Waldron. She'll get over and make the catch. We're out number one near the line. That brings up Eleanor Morris, who scored the only run of the game after drawing a walk in inning number 2. Morris takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike number 1. Reyes went right back to that spot that got the call that saw a protest in the bottom of inning number 3. Ground ball first base side. Foul for Morris. 0-2. She's got to figure out where that zone is and where you can put the ball. As the pitcher, Reyes, 0-2, went back for that spot but missed in tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reyes sails one off the plate, 2-2. Way in tight on the feet of Morris. Count goes full after getting ahead 0-2. Now full. 1 out. Top 4. 3-2. Ball slapped foul, and we'll do it again. Reyes pumps one across. It's belted to the backstop, and the 8th pitch of this at-bat to Eleanor Morris will be the 70th of the game for Marissa Reyes. Three and two, rolled in, ball 4, and she walks Morris for a second time. So Morris is on, 1 out, and Donica Shaver, who had a swinging bunt single in inning number 2, will step in. The right fielder, first pitch, hammered to the backstop, foul for strike number 1. Reyes, 71 pitches in, 44 strikes, 27 balls, so she's been able to find the zone with relative ease. Same for Morris, who stands at first. Ball in the dirt. Morris takes off, and Griffin will not have a throw down to second. Good aggressiveness for Otero. Not exactly a team known for running, but the opportunity presents itself, they're gonna. 1-1, swing and a miss for Shaver, 1-2. It was late game 2 yesterday before Otero really had runners in scoring position. Putting up that 4 spot in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch. Shaver, pop up to short. Wilcoxon makes the catch for the second out in the top of inning number 4. So runner remains at second, and we will have a pinch hit here for the Otero Rattlers. Jenna Schramm, who we saw hit yesterday and strike out in game number 2, will pinch hit. I don't presume she will be a permanent replacement. You will probably re-enter your center fielder. Defensively in the bottom of inning number 4. Reyes, first pitch to Schramm below the knees for ball number 1. Schramm, 5 for 26 on the year with yesterday's at-bat. Fouls back the 1-0 to even the count out at 1-1. Reyes. 1-1 offering. Schramm pounds it into the dirt. Picked up by Steele. Tossed to first. And that will end the inning. Runner gets on by way of walk. Is left on. NJC maintains a 6-1 lead. Bottom of the fourth next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Top of the Plainsman order due up in the bottom of inning number 4, leading Otero 6-1, Brody Wilcoxon, followed by Marissa Reyes and Mikey Lamas. Wilcoxon 1 for 2 in this ball game. Takes the first pitch low for ball number 1. To kick the ball game off, she reached on an error, came around and scored a run, and then reached on a fielder's choice to end inning number 1. The 1-0 pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Did I say 1 for 2? I meant 0 for 2, but she's been on base both times. 2-0. Pitch delivered to Wilcoxon. There's a hit. 3 for 3 and getting on base. Leadoff single to kick things off in the bottom of inning number 4 to Marissa Reyes. Reyes 1 for 2, a single, a double, 2 runs scored, a run batted in. Doing her work to maybe be our player of the weekend. She will pop one up to second and is snared quickly on the pop out. Quickly retreating Wilcoxon. With 1 away, she'll stay at first for Mikey Lamas.
At bat number 2, Michaela Lamas.
Lamas reached on an error, scored a run in the first, ground out to the pitcher her last time at the plate in inning number 2. She watches the first pitch by for ball number 1. Morris, the 1-0, Lamas watches it by 2 balls, no strikes. Wilcoxon, she might be one that'll move a little bit for NJC. 2-0, ground ball up the middle. It will be a tag of the bag at second for 1. The throw to first, not in time, can't assume the double play, so that will be a fielder's choice. 2 away, and Kelsey Jercheski will have an opportunity with 2 outs, and Lama standing at first. Jercheski 0 for 1. She has had runs batted in each of her plate appearances in this game, and she will drill one down the right field line with a single. So Jercheski now 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Runners will stand on first and second to America Griffin.
Number 12, America Griffin.
An RBI single in the first, a fly out to end the second. She fouls. Did she foul the first one she sees? She swung at it. But no, she did not make contact, so that is a passed ball after the swing and the miss. Lamas to third, Jercheski to second. 2 in scoring position for America Griffin. who will hammer one over to third, and the throw across the diamond is in time to get Griffin. So NJC gets runners to second and third, but they're held off the board again. That's 2 innings in a row after having not been held or had been held off the board in no previous innings of the series prior to that. Still 6-1 NJC to the fifth on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back to Mason Field we come as we head to inning number 5. 6-1 NJC with the lead, and a pinch hit for the Otero Rattlers to kick things off in the top of inning number 5. Layla Padilla. Padilla went 1 for 3 in game 2 yesterday. She'll hit for Flooding. Swing and miss on the first one. She drove in a pair of runs, did Padilla on a double in the 5th inning yesterday. She'll pop up foul the 0-1, and the count quickly goes to 0-2. 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors, 5 left on for NJC. A run, 3 hits, 4 errors, and 4 left on for Otero. Reyes, 0-2. Can't find the outside corner. 80 pitches into this outing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She struck out a couple. She's allowed the 3 hits. Ground ball over to short. Knocked down by Wilcoxon. Strong throw across the diamond in time to get out number 1 in the top of inning number 5.
Up for the Rattlers, number 11.
So Wilcoxon records the out, and back to the top of the order we go, and Cameron Mickelson. Mickelson, she's flown out to right and reached on a walk. She hammers back foul. The first one she sees for strike 1. 5th inning is brought to you by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. They'll plow through your paperwork so you can do what you're good at. Visit agman.co and set up your consultation today. Reyes with the pitch, ball hammered out into the gap in right center field and all the way to the fence by Mickelson. Relay throw won't be in time. It's a 1-out double for the Otero Rattlers, and Mickelson stands in scoring position for Sienna Estrada. Rattlers have already had more opportunities with runners in scoring position in this game than they did in either game yesterday. This is the 6th at-bat. Estrada hits a ground ball to short. Wilcoxon scoops it up, guns it across the diamond in time for the 6-3 putout.
Number 1.
So Mickelson remains at second, and Callie Folks will come to the plate for the Otero Rattlers. Folks a single and left on in inning number 3, waves at the first one for strike 1. Reyes, 0-1 on the offering. Bouncer heads behind the plate, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Because NJC's not been able to manufacture a ton of traffic since the first inning, the pace of this one is picked up just an hour and 4 minutes in. Well, flare fly out to left, picked up for NJC. Jercheski can't get it in time. Mickelson moving on the play. RBI single makes this a 6-2 ball game. And Emily Gallegos will have the opportunity at the plate.
Emily Gallegos.
Gallegos takes the first pitch low for ball one. She reached on the leadoff position in inning number 2 and has had a decent weekend. She's reached 3 of the 8 times she's come to the plate. Waves at the 1-0, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Runner on first for Otero. 1-1 pitch off the plate for ball 2. Reyes winds and fires way up the ladder. 3 balls, 1 strike. Folks at first. Reyes on the outside corner takes the count to full. We have not had very many full counts in this series. 2 walks and a fly out. Now 3 walks and a fly out on 3 twos from Reyes. So Gallegos is aboard. Dominica Beta in line to come to the plate. Coach Benjamin down. And I believe that is Aubrey Azell, who started in center field yesterday in both games, that will get the at-bat here. Azell 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In game 1 against Reyes yesterday. So 2 outs, 6-2 NJC's lead's being cut down to 4. Azell would like to make it 3 or even 2, maybe 1. She takes first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Reyes the 0-1. Azell with the pop ball out to left field. Jurcheski picks it up. The relay throw in over the head of Wilcoxon and wore the field umpire. Knocked it down, fortunately, because that one was not going to be on line to get home, and the RBI single makes it 6-3. All of this with 2 away for the Otero Rattlers as we have a visit to the circle. Padilla, the pinch hit, ground out. Then the double for Mickelson. Estrada grounded out since. RBI single, walk, RBI single. And NJC's once 5-run lead has been cut down to just 3. Eleanor Morris, the starting pitcher, she's walked twice. And she will have an opportunity to keep things going and help her own cause. She's been pretty darn good in the circle after that opening inning implosion. First pitch to her is off the plate for ball number 1. Reyes sails one away for ball 2. Both Maddie Klein and Brooke McNeil in the dugout as pitchers as Morris watches the 2-0 by 2-1. Reyes with the pitch, swing and a miss from Morris, 2-2. Rise ball too much of its namesake, and the count goes full. Reyes has issued 3 walks in this game with full counts. She gets a strikeout looking to end the inning. 2 cross for Otero in the top of the 5th. It's 6-3 NJC, bottom 5 next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Re-entries across the board for the Otero Rattlers, flooding more Shaver. All back in the outfield, and Abeda back at third after the pinch hits over the last 2 innings for the Otero Rattlers. Bottom of inning number 5, it's 6-3 NJC. Bottom of the 5th is brought to you by Bank of Colorado. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home, either fully online at bankofcolorado.com or one of their many locations across the area. Bank of Colorado, member FDIC. Tatiana Hunt to lead things off in the 5th for NJC. First pitch grounds it over to second, booted by Estrada and out into right field, so NJC gets the leadoff runner on by an E4 to kick things off in this 5th inning to Addison Steele. Steele 1 for 2 with a run batted in the game, 4 runs batted in on the weekend series.
At bat number 9, Addison Steele.
Eleanor Morris. First pitch off the plate for ball number 1. That's the error there is the 5th error of the game for Otero. Only 1 of the 6 runs allowed so far by Eleanor Morris has been earned because of the defensive miscues. 1-0 offering. Steele takes it on the feet. 2 balls and no strikes. If you get on by way of error or you get put home by way of error, the run becomes unearned. 2-0. Morris off the plate, 3 balls and no strikes. Really cannot be displeased for Morris with her effort in the circle today for Otero. 3-0. Steele called strike on the outside corner. So she now has a 3-1 count. And JC has not drawn a walk. They've not been hit by a pitch today. They were done both yesterday. 3-1. Steele drills the ball to center field. Over to make the catch, Destiny Moore for out number 1. So runner remains at first. Back to the first baseman, which would be Ryan Mergelman, but Mergelman is being hit for here by Tanila Kernett, who was the first baseman in game 2 yesterday. Kernett went 2 for 4 with a run batted in and 2 runs scored in that second game. I think you might have a pinch hit for Raina Roberts, the designated player, on deck as well. In the 8 and 9 holes for NJC, Madison Burt, I believe, has stepped out on deck. That's the game 2 first base designated player combination. And NJC trying to go with it to spark their offense, who has not scored since the second inning and has, I believe it is just 2 hits since inning number 1. Morris. First pitch to Kernett at the knees for strike number 1. I really like Kernett as a hitter. Don't have enough fielding. I mean, at first base, you've got a very specific skill set there, but I've really liked what I've seen with her in the hitting capacity. 0-1 pitch low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Morris delivers the pitch. Kernett with a rip. Strike 2. One away, bottom 5. NJC leads 6-3 against Otero. Morris. 1-2, sails off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering. Kernett bounces it over to third. It's chested down by Abeda and not in time to first. She was in to play a swinging bunt or a traditional bunt. But again, one of those hard luck has to go as an error, because had she fielded that cleanly, There would have been an out, so 2 errors to put 2 runners on in the bottom of the 5th, and Madison Burt will step in for NJC. Pinch hitting in the 9 hole as the designated player. First pitch to Burt, all the way to the backstop on a wild pitch. Runners now stand on 2nd and 3rd for Burt, who went 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in yesterday. Morris, 1-0. Burt takes it high. 2 balls and no strikes. Morris with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Delivers the pitch. It's hammered back up the middle. 2 are coming home. Here's Hunt. In comes Kernet. 2 RBI single for Madison Burt. And the Northeastern Plainswomen have gotten back the 2 they just gave up. It's now 8-3. And NJC will run for Madison Burt at first, I believe. Coach Gertner came across, shouted at the dugout, and no, they will not run for Madison Burt. So Burt will be on for herself, and Brody Wilcoxon, who's reached all 3 times she's come to the plate, steps in. First pitch, she pounds over to short. The throw across the diamond will be in time to get Wilcoxon on the 6-3 putout. Burt goes down to 2nd. And Marissa Reyes a chance to help her own cause in the circle. She's 2 for 3 with a run batted in this game. And Reyes has Burt in scoring position. Takes the first pitch high for ball number 1. Reyes 2 for 3 with a run batted in, making her 8 for 10 with 5 batted in on the series. Morris with the pitch. Reyes hits a little flare ball out to right and shove her over to make the catch to end the inning. NJC got back the 2 they gave up in the top of the 5th and head to the 6th, leading 8-3. You're listening to NJC Softball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to inning number 6, back at Mason Field, brought to you by Gordon Insurance, mitigating risk on the farm with your livestock and in your everyday life. Call 970-526-6139 or stop by in downtown Sterling today. Another pitch hit for the Rattlers. Reagan Mewbarn, the starting pitcher from game number 1 yesterday, will step in. She had one of the 2 hits in game 1. So Mewbarn hitting in the 7 hole here and takes the first pitch low for ball number 1. I think you will have the re-entry in the 8 hole behind this. And a hit as Mewbarn takes ball 2 from Marissa Reyes. 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 6 left on for NJC. 3 runs, 6 hits, 6 errors, 6 left on for the Rattlers. Mewbarn fouls off the 2-0 pitch to take the count to 2-1. Reyes high, 3 balls and a strike. Reyes' line 2 runs of the 3 allowed earned, 3 strikeouts, 6 hits, 4 walks. It's a swing and a miss on the 3-1, and the count goes full. A strikeout, 3 walks, and a pop-up on the previous 3-2s. Another walk added to the tally here as Mewburn is aboard. Re-entering in as a hitter, Destiny Moore, who's reached on a fielder's choice but was hit for her last time up. Mewburn will run for herself. Moore waves at the first one from Marissa Reyes. Tatiana Hunt inside the bag at third for a potential bunt. 0-1 hops in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reyes, 110th pitch of the game, way in tight on Moore. 2 balls and 1 strike. Do have an arm loosening in the Plainswoman pen. That is for NJC as Tatiana Hunt in will knock the ball down but can't grab the ball out of the air, so they get Mewburn on what will have to be a fielder's choice because of the way she turned that play on the line drive. Knocked it down and then 5-4 on the putout at second. 1 away. Foul ball on the first one. Brooklyn McNeil is warming up in the pen for NJC as Ava Flooding is now hitting for herself again. She struck out in her first at-bat of this 3rd game of the weekend series. 0-1. Reyes delivers the pitch, swing and a miss from Flooding. 0-2. Destiny Moore at first, 1 out, top 6, 8-3 NJC. Reyes with the pitch, Flooding pops up, steal, over the shoulder, pulls it in for out number 2. And that mid-range fly ball that she couldn't just traditionally get back and play. Had to rein that one in over the shoulder, and back to the top of the order, and a 4th time through the Otero order. And Mickelson, who takes the first pitch she sees and drills it out to left field for a single. So runners at first and second on the 7th hit of the game for the Otero Rattlers, 2 outs. And Sienna Estrada,
number 20, Sienna Estrada.
She's struck out and grounded out twice, 2 short. First pitch off the plate, 4-1. Reyes winds and fires. Ball hammered out into left field. Jercheski up. She makes the throw down the line. 2 home, not in time. As Destiny Moore comes in, that is an RBI double. And the Northeastern Plainsman lead is cut down to 8-4. And the Rattlers will have designated hitter Callie Folks, who has 2 singles, won each of her last 2 times at the plate. They've now scored in 2 consecutive innings. Reyes, first pitch in tight for ball number 1 to Folks. NJC has led thanks to a 5-run first inning, but they definitely have not been able to pull away. Pitch delivered, Folks, ground ball to second. Steele picks it up, underhands it to first, and that will end things in inning number 6. Otero gets a run, though. 8-4 NJC lead as we head to the bottom of inning number 6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 3, 4, and 5 due up for NJC. Bottom of inning number 6. Back at Mason Field, brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, Big Firm Products, Small Firm Relationships, WesternECI.com. Mikey Lamas, Chelsea Jercheski, America Griffin. Still against Eleanor Morris, who drops low the first one of the inning for ball 1, 8-4 NJC with the advantage. Lamas has reached on a fielder's choice and an error in this game. She will pound off foul the 1-0 and even the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike. 5-run first inning. It's been the difference in the ball game for NJC. Early aggressiveness. Morris, 1-1, delivers the pitch to Lama. She drives it deep out to right field. See ya! It gets up and gets out for a home run. Lamas needed that one in the worst way for the Northeastern Plainswomen. She got a hold of one and took it out. She had struggled to find her power in this series and finds it here in this one to make it 9-4 NJC. Kelsey Jercheski will now step in. Jercheski has done work, driving in a pair of runs and scoring a run in this game. Saw 10 pitches before the RBI ground out, and she belts back the first one she sees foul for strike number 1. Since inning number 1, NJC has a Marissa Reyes double, the Mikey Lamas home run, and a Madison Burt single, and Tatiana Hunt has a single. They've only had 4 hits since inning number 1. As the 0-1 pitch is off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kudos to Eleanor Morris for limiting NJC's offensive opportunities since that opening inning. 1-1, Jercheski hammers it back foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The home run has immediately sparked new life in the NJC dugout. You kind of sense that they were a tick worried as to where that offense had gone. Jercheski grounds a ball over to third and legs it out for an infield single. Abeda charged it hard, and Jercheski used her speed to come up with the swinging bunt single. Nobody out, bottom of the 6th, to America Griffin, who is 1 for 3 with a run batted in this game. Jercheski off the plate, or off the bag at first as ball 1 sails away. Morris, 1-0. Griffin bounces the ball to third. They'll go to second for 1, but not turn on to first, so a fielder's choice for the first down to the inning. On the ground ball, 5-4 on the putout. And Tatiana Hunt will have an opportunity for NJC. First pitch is low for ball number 1 to Hunt. She's reached her last 2 times at the plate on a single and an error. Plainswomen now up 9-3. Morris fires the pitch. Hunt, little flare job over too short. Griffin was moving, and she'll be doubled off on the pop-up to end the inning. But a solo home run from Mikey Lamas puts NJC up 9-4 as we head to the 7th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northeastern Plainsmen looking to finish off the dub here in game number 1 on this Tuesday, up 9-4 as we come back for the 7th inning. Brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. Eastern Colorado's a way of life. Credit and related services for more than 100 years. Visit PremierACA.com for more. Emily Gallegos leading things off for the Otero Rattlers, who have scored in each their last 2 innings. Marissa Reyes still in the circle. Delivers the first pitch on the inside corner for strike number 1. That is now 120 pitches in the ball game for Reyes. 0-1. Ground ball on a hop to second. Picked up by Steele and tossed to first for the 4-3 putout and out number 1. Both pitchers deserve credit today for what they put together. Eleanor Morris for the Otero Rattlers, 6 innings of work. 9 runs allowed, but only 2 of them earned because of 6 errors behind her. She hasn't walked anybody. She's given up 10 hits and struck out a batter. Re-entering in as the hitter after being hit for last time, Dominica Beta, who came back in defensively as the third baseman. 0 for 2 in this game. Swings on the first one she sees from Reyes. Yes, the offense has got their work done here today, but I think Reyes has more than earned her effort as the pitcher here in game number 1. And our potential Plainswoman of the contest. She delivers the pitch. It is popped off foul. So 1-1 becomes 2-1. The offering waved out on the 1-2, and a Beta down on strikes. 2 away, top 7. 4th strikeout of the game for Marissa Reyes.
Eleanor Morris.
And pitcher versus pitcher to keep this ball game going as Morris steps in. She takes first pitch for strike number 1. Reyes has walked 5 batters in this game, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts. Up the ladder for ball 1. Morris is 2 of those walks and 1 of those strikeouts. 127 pitches in for Reyes. Morris at 100 pitches. 1-1 pitch popped up, foul territory. Kernit over makes the catch, and the 1-2-3 top of the 7th will give NJC the 9-4 win. 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 6 left on for NJC. 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 errors, and 8 left on for Otero. It's now 9 wins in a row for the Northeastern Plainswomen, and the complete game effort in the circle for Marissa Reyes is our Plainswoman of the contest. 128 pitches for Reyes. She strikes out 4, walks 5, gives up 8 hits, and 3 of the 4 runs allowed are earned. Additionally, at the plate, she went 2 for 4 with a run batted in. And NJC and Otero will play Game 4 of the series, with the Plainswomen looking to have sole possession of second place heading into this weekend series against Luna. All they got to do is win Game number 4. Should start shortly after 2. We'll have coverage. Plainswomen win Game number 1, 9